All right, here we go. Fucking day 36, live, coming to you with Russell. Okay, now you don't want to go. Well, it's just you and me. Dude, I was listening to Mr. Beast on Theo. Theo is one of my favorite podcasters, favorite comedians. I didn't think his one special was as funny, but then I've seen him recently live here in Boise, and he was so fucking funny. It was one of the best comedy shows I've ever been to. And then I love his podcast, just love all his clips and shit. Dude, he is definitely like a bucket list item to get on my podcast or to be on his podcast. Either one would do for me, but got a lot of work to do between now and then. But it was crazy just seeing Mr. Beast on there. I guess it wasn't crazy, but anytime I see Mr. Beast on a podcast, I try to listen to it. That guy is just so fucking funny. So I guess he's like decently funny, but he's definitely just so inspiring to me. A guy who just truly loved and loves what he does and went after it with all he's got from such an early age. For one, I mean, I guess I feel like you are a little lucky to know exactly what you want to do that early. I had no idea what I wanted to do that early. I guess when I was younger, I wanted to play music, but I just never thought that I think another thing is, like, I never thought that was a viable option to actually get it done. And so, you just put things off. It's like, versus if I had somebody to show me a path of like, oh, this is, if you just put in the work and the 10,000 hours and put yourself in the right environments, you can actually do this. And I just had no idea. I had no idea that, I could move to Nashville at 18 instead of going to college to go chase my dream of music or something. I had no idea that was possible. I had no idea. I felt like I had a lot of people saying, that's a pipe dream, or to be realistic, when you think about, what if this, what if that? And, to be fair, I think I thought that myself before. I never even really expressed that I wanted to do something crazy or big, or, just chase a big dream. And even when I would remotely allude to that, it was kind of shut down from the side of my parents and other people around me. And it's just like, yeah, no, you need to be realistic and go to college for a standard thing. And growing up in a small town, we just didn't, there wasn't many options. It's like, well, if you don't go to college, you're going to get stuck here at like a factory, and you can work there. Or you can go and you can study to be, a doctor or a teacher or a policeman, or, so there's a few of those options. So, anyway, it was just interesting to listen to him. So Mr. Beast was saying that, so I don't know if you know him, but he's, I know him personally. I just got off the phone with him. No, but he is the largest YouTuber in the world. I guess he's just coming out with this TV show on Amazon called Beast Games, but he knows how to make a successful viral video. He's done it, probably hundreds or thousands of times, but like that didn't come from nothing. I mean, he worked for years and years and years building and developing and researching and learning and growing. And one of the things I like about him, which is crazy, but he like reinvests all the money he makes back into his videos, and he's been doing that since day one. And he tells this story about like when, I think it was like the first money he made was like $5,000, and he gave it away to a homeless guy on a video, and his mom's like, why don't you save that? And then again, one time he made $100,000, and his mom was freaking out because he wanted to spend it on the next video. And she was, I think she went through had a bad time through the crash in '08, and I guess they went bankrupt. They were over leveraged, lost all their investments, and so she was just traumatized over that time, and she didn't want that to happen to Mr. Beast. So she's trying to steer him into prepping for, in case something happens, and he's just like, no, I'm all in all the time. And I think I would probably save aside. I will probably save aside some money for a rainy day when there's an emergency, etc. But I do admire that. It's just that all-in mentality. So, and then, but yeah, like for him to, I think he started doing YouTube videos at like age 11. And for him to do that, he said he didn't make money or didn't even get any views really until he was 18 and he was in community college. And he was just like, it's all or nothing now, because he was not going to community college even though he was enrolled. And he's like, once this semester ends, my parents are going to find out that I got zeros in all my classes and they're going to kick me out of the house. And so he's like, I have one more semester to make something of myself with this. And so, like, I guess all through high school, he didn't get any views. He kept doing this thing, but he loved it so much, believed in himself. And then in that period in college, he finally started getting some views on his channel, started making some money. And I guess one month he made like 20 grand. And so then he's just like, all right, I'm moving out. I'm quitting community college and stuff. But I mean, just to think about, from what, 6th grade, 5th grade, making videos with all your free time, not doing anything else, chasing this with absolutely zero success for that long. I mean, that's the issue. Most people just can't stick with the goal that long when they face that kind of failure. And, myself included in the past. And so, even now this like live stream is kind of a lesson / practice and just doing something, even though, there's 0 views on it, or, here and there, there'll be 1 or 2 views, but for the most part, it's just like talking to the ether, but it's like practicing doing the thing over, getting better, getting more experience, getting just used to it, I guess. So, yeah, man, it's very strange. It's very strange when you hear, I don't know if it's strange, but when you hear these stories of just people that are successful and like extremely successful, and to hear like how they focus and how they were persistent and how all of their trials and their failures and all this stuff that they went through. And I think it's very inspiring. I really like listening to him on different things, and it's interesting to see. I know that when I'm rich and successful, I'm definitely gonna splurge, definitely gonna hit some parties, I'm definitely gonna fuck some girls that want to fuck me, I'm definitely gonna spend some money on some ritzy ass things. Like, I am going to enjoy it, and it's very kind of fascinating when you see somebody who doesn't, like him. I'm not saying he's not enjoying himself, but like, he's not flashy, he's not spending all this money, he's not throwing lavish parties, he doesn't live in a big mansion, he doesn't fuck a bunch of hoes. He's not going off the deep end. He's just very dedicated to making more videos, making bigger videos, it's just really cool. He seems like a pretty swell guy. He seems very, very interested in his one thing that he's interested in, which I think is cool. I don't think I resonate with him per se in a lot of ways. Like, I have more of a diversity of interests. I like to do a lot of things. I want to do a little this, a little that. I want to play some music. I want to do some comedy. I want to do some podcasting. I want to make some TV shows. I want to do, take photos, and just like a lot of stuff that I'm like, I couldn't just pick one lane. But I do know that I feel like I can learn a lot from somebody, like never giving up, constantly working on your craft, constantly reinvesting your money, time, etc., all that stuff into what you're doing. And to say that, I mean, like, I know that I've invested a lot of myself into my craft, and I've spent tons and tons of money on gear and education and stuff. So I do believe in that kind of stuff. And then, being willing to risk it all for doing something that you love. I find that very admirable. And then he talks about stuff that I've not really dealt with, like the idea of starting to have employees and people relying on you, and his inability to take a break, because if he doesn't do a video, then like people aren't coming to see videos from other people. Sorry. Damn, I had like a double espresso just a bit ago, but it's like the yawns are still hitting hard. I don't really know, but yeah, it's very interesting to just think about somebody like him. But he does seem very down to earth, even though he's extremely famous. He was just telling different stories about when he always gets spotted, and he has to kind of hide from people, and people try to follow him to find out where his house is and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it's just like extremely, extremely famous, but he seems just like a chill, like down to earth dude who just wants to hang out, and make videos and stuff. But especially when he's just like talking about the videos he made, and just like, oh yeah, like we like to do this, and we like to do this, and yeah, man, so yeah, that was that. And then what else? Today I'm trying to get a few projects done as usual. Also, it's already fucking 5 o'clock. Dude, it's like, when they say it's 5 o'clock somewhere, well, it's 5 o'clock here. And I'm not even having a drink. But I do seem to run out of time for all the things I want to do all the time. But I am getting some things done, and I am going to get some more things done before the evening. But I just got to keep, reminding myself that you're doing the things that you want to do. I'm working on the projects that I want to work on. I'm enjoying myself. I'm creating. I'm producing stuff. And then I also, it's like it's going to be a never-ending list of things that I want to do. So you might as well just enjoy the time doing the stuff, because it's never going to end until I'm dead. So yeah, but I mean, I want to start getting some tunes out there. I want to get my 360 photo booth up and running and start marketing that a little bit. I want to start working on my comedy. I want to get this place even more clean and organized, because it is still a little bit disorganized, but it's getting there. And last night I finished up like backing up my hard drive, so now I just need to relabel some hard drives and set them up for where I'm gonna use them. Okay, so this is podcast 25, this is videos 25, etc. So there's just a couple of those things that I gotta really dial in, and then I want to clean out my computer. I don't know. I always I just put big files everywhere. I mean, I guess mostly in the downloads folder and the desktop, but then it just gets riddled with shit, and then I don't know where anything is. So yeah, gonna try to find out that. See, make sure I. Yeah, see, I keep hitting the wrong timer. Instead of the one that counts down, I just hit a stopwatch, and then it's just going up and up and up. Yeah, man. Anyway, I do want to soak up a lot more of I want to find some channels that kind of concise, or because I know that Mr. Beast has talked a lot about his philosophies and his learning and knowledge about how to make the best kind of video, and I would like to go down those rabbit holes and really learn about how he does timing and tempo and movement and storytelling and all that stuff. He clearly has a knack for it, and he's learned a lot about it. And then there's a couple courses I want to take on, creating viral YouTube shorts / TikToks, etc. So there's always things to be learned, and so I feel like I have not even scratched the surface. I haven't had a viral video or anything, so it's just a matter of continually learning and trying to figure out different ways to get stuff out there. But the one ad I saw today, actually, sometimes you see these videos that are like, oh, we'll teach you how to go viral, but it's always if you're selling a product, and I'm not selling any products. But the one I saw was just like, even if you're a musician, so you're like selling yourself and your music, even though you're not putting it for sale. So I'm like, okay, so yeah, maybe I can use this, for my music page or something. So anyway, glad to be rambling for the 36th day, I think. So, yeah, cheers if you've checked in on this channel at all. And I got my latest podcast out with Severo. I'm going to try to post another clip today here. And, yeah, check in tomorrow. Peace. Wow.